So I spent many hours at a Crewe station changing trains or waiting for trains.
We are now arriving at Crewe.
But the main difference of the station today to how it was when I was here in the 80s is the fact that the station was also a post office virtually.
Brought back memories of when I first joined the railway 40 years ago.
The busiest shift on the station was nights. During the day, you could hardly move on the platforms for barrows, which only came into use at night. When the night mail trains came in.
And then I worked here in '85 when they remodelled the station. I remember the station being remodelled.
And you literally locked the station up and it opened up on Boxing Day morning. There was a set pattern in order to lock the station up. The station went dark in stages, each island went dark. And as you were coming over the footbridge, the rats were quickly following you. When porters first came out, at Crewe, they were always called weaseling if they were carrying bags for people, and they did it to get a tip.
Ones up at the top would have VR badges to sell, so I'd buy a few of those in various colours.
A husband had got off the train to get refreshments, and he had not got back on the train. We eventually found the husband, and he was in the refreshment rooms in a queue. She said, oh, I've left the luggage on the train. She said, and I've left the baby. The Irish Mail engine changes in the down direction were always on either 1, 2 or 3. 3 was the only bi-directional platform. Got a knowledge of train crews, of signalling, all aspects of operation. Crewe North Junction A cabin all closed in July 1985. One of the biggest problems we had at Crewe was people running down the steps and opening the door and jumping into the train as it was moving, and the door not shutting properly. Central door locking stopped all that.
Hanging around for ages, for hours and hours on the end of the platform at the south end, dripping nose and wet notebook with the rain coming down.
I remember the coffee club that used to be, I think, on platform 10, which of course dated back to the First World War.
And while I was giving the kiss of life, somebody actually tapped me on the shoulder and asked me where a particular train was. This is unbelievable, I'm now in charge of Crewe Station. And the first thing I got called to was of real significance, was the fact that the down Irish Mail had left Crewe Station and had been stopped right across the North Junction on the Chester line. of hard work and you were always on call on the radio. The ASN's number was number 4. I look back at that time and it was probably the happiest period.
My earliest memories of Crewe was, well, obviously I used to come down here as a train spotter in the 1960s. I think it's due for another rebuild sometime soon. In fact, the start of that process now on the outside of the station where the post office buildings used to be.
We are now arriving at Crewe.